convinced you could start and finish these book series in a week or less. Once you start, they're so addictive, you cannot put them down, and they are so mindlessly fun to read. I have a lot of range here. Starting with the Mindfuck series. Now let me say, I am not a dark romance fan. I am not a dark romance fan. That is not what I usually read. This was so much fun. These books are so short, like I'm talking 150 pages to 200 pages each. And you can just absolutely binge the series. I literally binged it in one night. Basically following a detective who is following this strand of murders, he's also dating someone. He doesn't realize that the person he is dating is the person committing these crimes. Absolutely crazy plot, but like cannot put it down. Complete shift in a different direction. The Shadow and Bone trilogy, if you want a YA series to binge. I also binged this one in a week because I found it so fun, and I know this series gets a lot of hate and I will never stand for that. I actually had a really fun time reading this series. Yes, it is a very YA series. Yes, it is a very YA feel, but I love it, and I think it sets up the Six of Crows absolutely perfectly. Like once you're in the Grishaverse, I fear there is no escaping it. Crimson Moth duology or Heartless Hunter duology. I only recently finished this duology because I read this before it came out last year, so obviously we had to wait a long time for the next book. But if you haven't read The Crimson Moth yet, I highly recommend reading this duology back to back. I think it would be so much fun. This is a YA series where you're following a witch and a witch hunter. So enemies to lovers, forced proximity type situation, undercover. And it gives Cassandra Clare vibes as well, which I absolutely love. Phantasma series. At the moment, there is only 2 books out in this series, but it is an interconnected fantasy series called the Wicked Game series, and I found both of these so much fun, especially Enchantra. I read that recently and like was completely obsessed. I could not put it down. I was getting giddy over these characters. As soon as there is a game element, which there is in both of these, I am also hooked. And the Caraval series. I'm such a Stephanie Garber fan. I will read anything she writes, and this is no exception. I love the Caraval series. I do recommend reading it before Once Upon a Broken Heart if you can. But if you're reading it, not vibing with it, just go on to Once Upon a Broken Heart. You could probably finish that in a week as well. I just think once you start these books, they're so easy to binge. They're really fun. And I love our characters so much.